Hello everybody. So in this video series, I'll be showing you how to work with Django. So basically, the idea behind this is not to actually deep dive into Django, but actually build a project using Django, that is a resume builder. And to make that project, I've used Django Server. That's why I'm just like teaching you the introductory of the Django server. So without much wasting time, let's just start. So what's actually a Django server? Django is a web framework that is used to build websites using Python programming language. It actually helps us to reduce our task by if you don't use this framework, like if you use normal HTML or other things, then we have to write long codes for each and every page. But using Django server, we don't have to write those long codes. It reduces our task to a significant level. So without much wasting time, let's dive it into. Let's make our directory. So I've made my directory. Now one thing that I want to make aware of is that uh, when you're working with Django, you always have to work in virtual environment. When you're creating your Django project, you always has to have to make that project inside a virtual environment. uh, so if you don't have virtual environment installed into your system, you can Google it, and it's simple to install it. So basically, what's the advantage of virtual environment? The advantage of using a virtual environment is that it's recommended to use Django project inside a virtual environment because, for suppose if some important file gets deleted from your PC, that is responsible for working of the other files. So if you don't have a virtual environment, or if the project is not in virtual environment, then you have to install that file again, and so that your project works. But if it's in virtual environment, then there'll be no like problem or no error faced. You will not face much errors if you work inside a virtual environment. So I can create a virtual environment inside my directory using this command virtual env env. So it will take around 1 minute, and it will automatically create a directory. So now you can see that it's still creating my virtual environment, and over here a directory has been made inside my video folder, that's env folder. So basically, uh, let it get finished. Okay, my virtual environment has been created. Now, if you can see, there's a folder inside my directory. If I open this folder, you can see there are further folders, and there are some files inside it. Now, what actually has to do, I have to open a code editor. You can use any code editor. It's not necessary to use only a Visual Studio code editor. You can use any code editor of your choice. You can see that inside my directory, there's another directory known as env, and inside that there are some files. So now, if I have to incorporate virtual environment, like if I have to enter inside my virtual environment, I have to write this script env, the name of the virtual environment, backslash capital S, and just press a tab, backslash small a, and press a tab and enter. So you can see that now we have entered inside the virtual environment, and now we'll start creating our Django project. So before creating a Django project, we first have to install Django into our system. So we can install Django in our system using pip install the Django. So it will take some time. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that I have installed Django into my system, into my virtual environment. Now, basically, uh, it takes time. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes to get installed. So now, second thing, I have to create a Django project. To start my Django, I have to create my Django project. So I can create my Django project using the Django. Uh, then a hyphen, an admin, and then I have to write this command start project, and then I have to give a name to my project. So let me name it as start project testing. Now if I create, so you can see that a new folder will be created named testing, and let okay, new folder has been created. Now if I enter inside this testing folder, it has two more things. It has a folder named testing again. Inside that I have some predefined files, inet.py, asdpy, so settings.py, and I have a manage.py file over here. Now basically I have to enter inside this testing folder. This is a project folder basically. So I can enter inside it using cd testing. So I've entered inside my Django project. Now, next thing that I want to do is I have to create apps. So what's a app? So let me just brief you what all things are inside this. Now, inside my main project, I have a folder named as testing and manage.py. Manage.py is responsible for execution of all the files, and what's basically settings.py. So settings.py are is a file that contains the configuration, or it's used for the configuration of your entire server. So it has all the apps installed. It has all the links to all the apps or all the files that are being installed used over here. It is basically used for configuration. urls.py gives us URLs to the web pages. You'll get more clear once you start using it. But before that, you have to actually create an app. Now, what's actually an app? So, in a Django project, actually, we can create multiple web pages, or we can create multiple web pages. We can, for each and every functionality inside a web page or inside a website, I have to create an individual app. So what I mean is that for login system, I can create one app. For other things, I can create other app, and so basically, I can create my Django app using Python manage.py, and then I have to write this command start app, and now I have to name my app. So I can just name it test, and you can see, okay, so let me just test one, startup test one. Okay, so you can see that inside my testing folder, uh, in the root directory, this is the root directory. Basically, this entire link is my root directory. Inside my root directory, I have another folder being created, and that's test one. Now, if I move inside that folder, you can see that there are many files being created on its own. So this is the beauty of Django server. It creates many files, predefined files for us automatically. Now, what all these files basically means, I'll tell you. But before that, before that, what I have to do is, okay, I have to add my app name inside my settings.py. I have to tell my project that, okay, I've created an app inside you, so you have to use that app also. So to use that app, I have to mention that app name inside my settings.py installed apps list. So I can add the name as test1 and a column. Okay, so now if you just write Python, you don't have to enter inside the your app directory. You don't have to enter. You just can write Python manage.py run server, and you can see that uh, once we open 127, you can see that my server has been created over here successfully. So this is the first step towards creating your project. Now what I have to do is I have to brief you what all these things actually mean, what all these files actually mean. Now, basically, inside my app, there are the main files that are models.py. Models.py basically used for linking between my Django and my database. It's basically used for creating tables inside my database. Okay, and the link to that database will be given inside my settings.py. Now, views.py is responsible for creating functions. Uh, so basically, we use a MVC framework. What's the use of MVC framework? It's a model view controller. Uh, we create all the views inside views.py. You'll get to know more about once we start using it. Okay. So let's start with uh, creating. So let me create a new function. Let me create. First of all, I have to import. I have to import HTTP response from HTTP, and now I can just create a new function. Let me name it as home. Okay, and then I have to write return render, and then I have to just instead of render, I have to return an HTTP response. Now, what's basically this HTTP response? You'll get to know. Let me just type 123 over here. And now, first of all, I have to give a name to this function. Basically, I have to give a URL to this function so that it gets called. So inside my app, I have to create another file as urls.py. And what I will be doing is that the main urls.py that was inside my testing folder, I'll import that, or sorry, not import that. I'll just copy the entire thing over here. Just copy over here, and I'll be removing this admin thing, and I have to remove this admin part. I don't need it. And over here, I'll be giving a URL to my function by views dot home, and then a name to the function or the name that can be called in the URL. Let me name it as home and this thing. Now what's basically going on? First of all, you have to import views from dot views, You have to import all those functions that are being written inside this views.py. So you can import it using from dot views dot import all. But what basically this means is that it will look for views file views.py inside the same directory where this urls.py is being mentioned. So as views.py and urls.py inside the same directory, so it will automatically, we can easily call all those functions that we write inside of views.py using this thing. So now what's going on actually, uh, that you'll get to know once I complete it. And then I have to include, I have to include my that file, that is test one RLS. Okay, now once I run my project, okay, you have to mention it like this inside single quote. Okay, there's no module name HTTP. Wait, let me, now does it works? Okay, now I actually have to write the HTTP. Views is not defined. Okay, my urls.py. Let me import my views over here. Just one. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that 123 has been rendered over here because of this HTTP response. Inside my views.py, I had to import HTTP response from django.http and then return this. So this is the basic configuration of your Django. So this is how it works. Now, basically, what I have to do is after this, I have to tell you how we can work with render. So before working with render, I have to show you how we can actually use templates. So basically, what is a template? A template is another folder inside my that we should keep inside our base directory. Base directory, as I said, is this thing. Uh, I have to keep the inside my base directory. I have to make another folder. I have to make another folder named as templates. Okay, and what's the use of these templates? All my HTML files will be kept inside this template. Okay, so first of all, I have to tell my project that I have made a test template folder. So inside my testing, inside my settings.py, I'll be adding over here inside my dirs, I'll be adding templates like this. And it's recommended that put your templates folder inside your base directory itself. Okay, you can, if you see other videos, in many of the other videos, you can see that they say that keep your testing folder inside your app. Also, sorry, keep your templates folder inside your apps or so. But I recommend you to keep templates folder in your base directory, and inside your template folder, you can create further folders for, regarding the app names. So, so. Now, what I have to do, uh, I have informed in my settings.py, I have given the path to the templates folder. Now I have to create an HTML file. So inside my templates folder, I'll be making a file as index.html. And inside that, let me create a default file. Okay. Okay. Over here, let me write h1 hello. So now you can see, now in my views.py, what I have to do, instead of HTTP response, I have to return render, and the first argument the render takes as request, and then after that uh, it takes the name of the template or name of the file, and then I have to explicitly say a dictionary. What this dictionary does, you will get to know later. So for now on, if I reload my page, so you can see that the HTML page has been reloaded over here. So okay, so this was the basic of Django project that I wanted to. This was the basis of Django that I wanted to make in this video. So that's all for this video. In next video, I'll be letting you know how to actually use Django to make forms, and how to establish models inside Django Django framework. So till then, bye bye and take care.